Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Transfer Morning Show. Every day we bring you the latest transfer news surrounding Manchester United. 10 o'clock every single day. You know how it is. We've got news today surrounding Jack Grealish, Jesse Lingard. We've got we've got news surrounding Coleman. Where's Jack Grealish? We've got news surrounding yesterday's result in Mason Greenwood. We've got some statements on that. We've got some news around Amad Diallo. We've got lots of news to bring you today. Let's go and start it off then. So the first story I'm going to bring you is the Jesse Lingard one. Rio Ferdinand, obviously, he's urged Jesse Lingard to leave United on a permanent in the summer. Lingard is currently on loan with West Ham and is contracted to United until the summer of 2022, but his future is unclear. Former United defender Ferdinand believes the midfielder would be best served by cutting ties with the club, telling BT Sport. What's his ambition here beyond the season? What is he looking to do? If West Ham don't put a bid to buy him at the end of the season, I think this loan has to be seen as a failure. That's got to be his aim, to get a bid from West Ham and other clubs to take him out of Man United, because I don't see him going back to Man United. They're really affecting that and really affecting that squad now. I think they've moved past him with the players they've recruited. He doesn't feature, hasn't done for so long. It's an interesting one. Obviously, Jesse, he's a great servant to the club. Would I want to see him go? Probably, but not because I don't want to see him go because I don't like Lingard. It's because I want to see him go because it's good for his career. I feel if he just sits on the bench, he's going to waste his career. I think he's got a lot more to offer in the Premier League. I think it would just be good for him, for everyone, really, for him to leave in the summer. So hopefully that happens. And maybe he can get back into the England team. So try and force his way back into that. But, so far his loan has been good. He's getting some good numbers. Obviously, he got 2 goals in his first game. But he does look good. It's a really interesting one. I could see them giving him a new contract, but as a fan, I don't think there's much point in Lingard being here anymore, because it gets to the point of, can he even get on the bench anymore? Like, let alone he can't get into the first 11 because he can't get in over Bruno. He can't get in any of those front four. The only place he'd get into is a box-to-box, and Ollie trusts either some McTominay. You've got McTominay and Paul Pogba in front of him there, and forgetting that Van der Beek as well. So I don't know. I don't see it as a very good transfer for Lingard. I don't know. Good if he comes back, and it would be a great transfer for him. I think if he goes back or come back to United, I don't see that as a good deal, really. I don't know. I can't see that working out in the long term for his career. But if he wants to, I know he loves the club. It's hard for anyone to leave a club, so we'll see about that. Maybe have a look. I've got a story on Kingsley Coleman now. So There's United interest in Kingsley Coleman. Bayern Munich fear Kingsley Coleman could join Manchester United this summer, according to reports. Coleman's current deal with Bayern expires in 2023. And the German champions are keen to tie him down on a new contract. However, German outlet Bild report that Bayern are concerned by the French winger could have his head turned by United. The report says United would be willing to pay him 260 in the region of 260 grand per week to lure him to the Premier League. Would I want Kingsley Coleman? I wouldn't mind Kingsley Coleman. Do I want Kingsley Coleman is a different question. Obviously, he's had his problems with injuries, but he's a class player. I don't think you can say at this moment with no right winger. And where's Kingsley? I don't know. Can he can play right wing? Can't he? Let me have a look. Kingsley Coleman. Left winger, but can he play right wing as well? Because I know lots of these modern wingers can alternate. I know with Rashford it's not as good, but maybe not. So I don't know if it's a left winger. Is there much point in getting him? Because he's just going to be. Ollie trusts Rashford, so he's not going to get. He'll be sitting on the bench with 230 grand. Another stupid deal by the Glazers if we get this done. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Yeah, another stupid deal by the Glazers if we get this done. Like, what's the point of getting him if his only preferred position is left wing? I can't see that's a good buy. I don't understand that because Ollie's not going to drop Rashford suddenly. And what, we're going to put Kingsley Coleman on the bench? I don't know. Surely he's too good to go on the bench, but we'll see about that. It's definitely one to look out for. Keep your eye out for that. Following on from that, hang on 1 second. We have got some news from yesterday. So, actually, I've got one very recent news story coming out. It's about Harry Kane. I will take this with a pinch of salt from the Daily Mail. We're once again being linked to Harry Kane. The Daily Mail claims Spurs are ready to listen to offers for their star striker, with United and City heavily linked with a move. Kane is reportedly valued at £150 million. Why? I don't know. I don't know if I think I would. I don't think any club would say they wouldn't want Kane. But if we get Kane, we've got to let Cavani go because you can't. Or you've got to let Cavani. Then, if we get Kane, let Martial go, or let Kane or Cavani go. I think Martial he'll be gone like that. I can't with the Kane thing. With that, if it were, I've always thought I don't know. And we don't really need what's one of those centre forwards for us. I don't know if Kane would suit our style of football. With our style of football, it's very counter-attacking. You have to be, fast. You have to have a lot of energy. Whereas obviously Kane is, but I see him more as like a poacher. More of a. Obviously, he does do the work, but it's just I wouldn't. I think he would still. I can imagine if he came, he'd still do really well. But I don't know. It's not the typical number 9. Like I could imagine a Haaland. A Haaland would do very well in our system, or trying to think of other strikers who do well. don't know. Yeah, it's just with Kane. I think it'll be a bit similar to like a Suarez deal. I can't. He's quality and he will bag goals. I don't know. I can't see him as him being a striker for us. It's one of those deals where you're like, it's great. I think he will get goals, but I don't think he'll be that good of a long-term solution. I don't know. You know, anyone would take Kane the way he's been playing, the way he's played consistently. But I think with any player in professional football, you've got to think about whether they would fit the system. And I don't know if Kane would. I mean, I don't know. I can't. I wouldn't. I think he would still get a lot of goals. I just don't know if it would be that good for the team having a striker like that up top. Yes, he's extremely clinical, and he does possess similar qualities to Cavani. I will say that he's more of a target man than a. Obviously, like last season, we had Martial up front, and he's more of like someone you pass to and you hold up, but it's a lot more. You need someone a lot more faster in our system. Like our traditional strikers have been quite fast. Obviously, Van Persie in his prime was quite fast. Obviously, Rooney in his prime is very fast. It's only recently that we started with these sort of target men people like Ibra, Cavani, Falcao, if you remember him. There's been lots of them recently. I don't know. It's a very interesting one. But let's have a look at some more stories. We've got a story about Mason Greenwood, that Man United will continue to alternate between playing Mason Greenwood on the right and up front after he started as the centre forward against Real Sociedad in the Europa League. Greenwood played through the middle with Marcus Rashford on the left and Dan James on the right, and ironically the two wingers scored and Greenwood came off without a goal in the 4-0 thrashing. Solskjaer said in midweek Greenwood could play in up to 5 different positions in attack and decided to play him as the number 9 in Turin, so United could exploit Sociedad's fullbacks with the pace of Rashford and James on the wing. So, I mean, I think it'll be good to get Greenwood more time as a number 9. Obviously, that's where he has been playing in the youth setup for years, so to get him into his normal position would be good. But, I can't see that happening for a few years to get him consistently playing as a number 9. Because to be able to do that, you need a level of maturity. I just don't think he's there yet. I think he's getting there. He definitely is. You saw it in the Sociedad game. The way he held it up, I thought he was pretty good. Obviously, I think he's learning that from Cavani. But I just think maybe a few more years, and I think he will be our number 9. I think he will be our number 9. Obviously, that's why we gave him a 5-year contract. Why would we have given him a 5-year contract if we didn't think he was going to be our number 9? So I think that's a really good deal. And a really good, obviously, contract, really good deal. But it's really good to see him starting to get more games as a number 9. Maybe he'll even come off the bench sometimes in the Premier League and come on as a number 9. But we'll just wait and see for that to happen. Now I'll bring you a story on Bruno about his stats yesterday. It's amazing. Let's have a look. It's mad stats coming up. 100% dribble success, 81% pass accuracy, 3 tackles, 3 chances created, 3 shots, 2 big chances created, 2 goals. I mean, who else is there except from Bruno? Who's had a bigger impact to this team, to a Man United team, since Bruno Fernandes? I can't. Maybe Van Persie, but then the team Van Persie came into was obviously, it was on the decline, but it wasn't like this has been on the decline for years. This is 7 years of crap. I mean, I can't, except from Cantona, I can't see anyone who's properly come in and had such an influence on the team. You know, I think he'll be questioned whether he could even get Player of the Year for the Premier League. I mean, his stats are just so incredible. Like, there's not many players you'd say that. De Bruyne he's up there with De Bruyne, and De Bruyne he should have got the Player of the Year last season. I don't know how Henderson got it. That was a joke. But talking about De Bruyne is probably one of the best creative midfielders in the world right now. If you're going to put it when he's not injured, when he's on form. I mean, who else is better than him in that sort of Cam? I don't know. Then De Bruyne. I don't know. So he's literally up there with the best, and there's lots of arguments to say that he's been better than De Bruyne this season. De Bruyne has had a dip, I think, this season. I'd say a lot of the thing about Fernandes is that he gives the ball away, and there's an agenda, a clear agenda, because his stats have been over the roof, and they'll say Fernandes, he hasn't scored that many penalties. He scored 2 goals yesterday. Guess what? No penalties. So you can't keep saying this Fernandes thing. It gets to the point where it just makes you look like an idiot, doesn't it, really? If you're properly saying Fernandes and saying you honestly think he just scores pens, it gets to the point where you're either deluded or you don't know ball. Because if you can't watch a game of football and you can't see the influence he has on the team, it's just it's mind-boggling. I see some rival, but it's not just rivals. I've seen Man United fans going off at him saying, I say he gives the ball away, but I've seen people saying, he gives the ball away too much. Drop him. He gives it away. Yeah, but then he'll go and score a goal for us. Then he'll go and get an assist for us. I think Bruno is the one player you can't drop, and it's that bad. You can't drop him. You can't, I would say with Rashford, as much as he does score and get an assist, you could drop him and then take him off the bench, because he will have an influence off the bench. But with Bruno, if you don't start Bruno, the game is just it's not the same. I don't know. That's my opinion anyway. After talking about that for a while, if you've just started watching, subscribe, do all of that, and I'll see you. I've got vids coming out at 4:00. I've got a vid coming out in the evening. Lots of content coming out. Tune in. I'll see you later.